Hey, what's up guys, it's Ryan here, and I finally am getting around to making the fat loss factor review video. If you guys follow me on Twitter, you know I picked this up 2 months ago, but I wanted to make the review video on the actual application of it as opposed to just opening it up and telling you guys, yeah, it has good information, or yeah, it has bad information. I didn't want it to be like that. I wanted it to be on whether or not it actually worked when I actually put it to the test. You know, I'm a person that I've not really ever been obese. You know, I've never been really big, but I've never really been the perfect weight either. I'd always consider myself probably 40 to 50 pounds overweight, and that's something that I've always wanted to change. But you know, I would go in spurts, kind of like the whole New Year's spurts things, where I'd go to the gym and I'd get demotivated and everything like that. It's just because I wasn't following the system, more or less. And I think a lot of you probably are like me in that sense, and that's why you'll find this really helpful, because there are so many resources inside of it. And when I say resources, I mean, like, one of the biggest things that I really found helpful in it was that there was a multi-page chart. Yeah, I think chart is the word I'm looking for. But anyways, it would be like, it would say like burpees, and it would say like how many reps that you should do depending on, you know, who you are and where you are in your span and how you'd be able to actually scale that up, you know, and then it'd say the next exercise and how many you can do. So it's something that you would be able to actually reference to see, okay, if I want to be at point X in 5 weeks, what should I be doing from now until that 5-week point to be able to get there? And it's actually sitting right in front of you that you're able to reference that whenever you need it and look at it. Okay, you know, today I'll do this, tomorrow I'll do this, the next day I'll do this, and on the 4th day, you'll know that you'll be at that final point. And it's totally a motivation thing too, because you know that whatever you're doing is getting you there, and you can see yourself doing more and more every single day that you do it. So that's very cool. So that is one whole portion of this, is the exercising portion, and that you don't even need to go to the gym. You can and utilize those resources if you have that available or the time available, but if you don't need to. And then the second part of it is also having to do with nutrition. Now, we all kind of had like health classes and everything in school, but with the more I've learned through this program, the more I've learned that it's just, we just never really taught the right essential things about eating well. You know, we were taught that, okay, you should eat fruits and vegetables, and, you know, only eat sweets once a day if you have to, or don't eat sweets at all. You know, it's not about dieting either. This doesn't have anything to do with dieting. It's just to know that what foods are better for you than others. And we all have those things that we like to indulge in, our favorite foods, and just to know that if those specific foods that we like to indulge in are very bad for us, to just do those sparingly. But it doesn't mean that we have to do everything sparingly. And you know, there are some foods that we might think that are bad for us that I found that really aren't that terrible. And it's nice to be able to, you know, have those on a more consistent basis, and not just be consistently in the fear of thinking, just in straight ignorance, thinking that this food, it must be bad for me because it tastes so good. And so that's a very helpful trait that this has kind of helped me build, is just that whole knowledge base behind what I'm putting into my mouth, and you know, what that's really doing for me. So I absolutely recommend this. Like I said, it's been 2 months since I've had this product, and I am starting to see changes, and that's something that is increasingly inspiring. And half the inspiration behind it is to actually see weight being lost, but the other half is just to have more energy, and being able to apply the nutrition, and also being able to apply the workouts that they have within this, to have the energy to be able to do things, or just be more attentive on just a flat out normal basis, is definitely worth it. And I absolutely recommend it for you guys. If you check out the link in the description, that's a discount for you. So if you're going to get this and you want to save money, go through that link in the description and you'll get it. So you know, that's all I got for you today. I absolutely recommend it. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I hope you guys, you know, have some luck with this, and just have a great rest of your day. So thank you very much.